What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to give you guys some Atlanta Falcons news. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So today in Atlanta Falcons news, the Atlanta Falcons did announce that both Drake London and Darnell Mooney will play this Sunday night versus the Minnesota Vikings in our Week 2 matchup. And that's huge news for our Atlanta Falcons. Being that both guys had shoulder injuries. Darnell Mooney did miss Week 1's matchup against the Buccaneers with that shoulder injury that he injured at the beginning of training camp. And Drake London went down in the fourth quarter of last week's game with that shoulder injury. But both guys will be available this upcoming Sunday. And that's huge news for our Atlanta Falcons. We know that both Drake London and Darnell Mooney were our top pass catchers last year. Both guys almost eclipsed 1,000 yards receiving last year. Drake London eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark, and Darnell Mooney was about 8 yards away from having 1,000 yards last season. So both of those guys put up really good numbers last year. And we know Michael Penix Jr. showed us last week that he is a really good quarterback. And having all of his weapons out there is just going to make him that more dangerous. Having guys like Drake London, now Mooney, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, it's going to really be like a pick your poison type situation when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings. Now we know that they have a really solid defense over there with Brian Flores and the Vikings, but Michael Penix is going to have all of these guys at his disposal. So I expect this Atlanta Falcons team to be able to put up points against the Vikings, and hopefully we can make it a shootout. Because I want J.J. McCarthy and that Vikings team to have to chase points, because Minnesota is one of the toughest places to play. When you talk about home field advantage, I know that place is going to be rocking. Minnesota has one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, but I really feel like having Drake London, having Darnell Mooney, some of those security blankets for our young quarterback and Michael Penix is going to work wonders for our offense. It's also going to be able to open up things in the running game. We know last week we kind of struggled to run the ball against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but having a guy in Darnell Mooney that can stretch the field with his speed and his ability to separate, as far as him being one of the better route runners in the NFL, I really feel like that's going to open up things even more for Michael Penix Jr. We know he likes to throw the deep ball, and having Darnell Mooney available, I expect us to see some double moves and things of that nature, which is going to bode well for this Atlanta Falcons team as far as seeing more explosive plays down the field, because Darnell Mooney is a very explosive athlete, a very explosive wide receiver, and we saw that a lot last season with him, running those deep patterns down the field, him very good at running those out routes and things of that nature on the sideline. And like I said, he's one of the hardest guys to cover, whether he's on the outside or whether he's in the slot, because of his short area quickness and his ability to, go over the top and make plays down the field. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Drake London and Darnell Mooney playing in Week 2's matchup. I really feel like this is a pivotal game for our Atlanta Falcons. We don't want to start the season 0-2, so we're definitely trying to even things up and be 1-1. As I mentioned, this season we have to take it one game at a time, but this is a really important game, so hopefully we can pull out the W. But having those two guys back should make things a lot easier for Michael Penix Jr. in this matchup against the Vikings. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel, you enjoy my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. Make sure you hit that like button. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.